Hey everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone did well yesterday. Yesterday was an insane trading day. How did everyone do yesterday? Get some feedback. You had Amazon. Yeah, everything went ballistic yesterday. Oh, let me lower the music. Sorry about that. There we go. So, everything went crazy yesterday, but the charts were there, right? There's always a reason for the moves, right? You always want to look for tightening price action, right? This is just, choppy consolidation, right? There's really no patterns within this price action right here, right? Then there was a move once it broke this resistance, but then, right, this is the consolidation we look for, right? AMD looks pretty good, right? We have higher lows and we have lower highs, right? You could draw it like that, or you can even draw it like this. Either way work, right? If you take a look at the daily now, right, we have the move to the upside, then we have this sideways consolidation, right? This is typically a sign of continuation, right, before the next leg up, right? We also have a gap to be filled, right? These are the signs that you want to look for when you're charting. You made 66% of your portfolio yesterday. Wow. Is the music better now? Comment. Sorry, yeah, I forgot to lower the music before. Let me know if that music's better. What's up, John? Tracy, how you doing? What's up, Nando? Congrats to Avi for getting that promotion to analyst. He's done a great job in BullTrades. Right, anyone that is an analyst, or anyone that wants to become an analyst, has to be an active member of BullTrades. Right, anyone can become an analyst after becoming a contributor, and right, you working your way through the steps of of BullTrades. What's up, Robert? Yeah, anyone can become an analyst, right? Put out good plays, put out good content, be a part of the community, and you can become an analyst. And it's a paid position, of course. Right, even contributor, right? If you're a contributor, it's a paid position, right? Put out good content to the community, right? We do a monthly membership feedback form, and everyone votes on who helped them, right? If you're supportive and you help people in the community, right, we'll pay you, right? That's what we're looking to do, right? We're looking to just build a informative community. Right, so this, regarding the setup, really like this today. Keep an eye over 79.16, which is the high from November 15th. Let's go back to SPY, the play from yesterday. Honestly, I'm not sure how much they get paid. Not sure. But if you want to ask them, go ahead. If they want to keep that private or public or whatever they want, that's up to them. So this setup on SPY yesterday, right? Posted the chart before I took that position, right? I saw that, right? We from this low, right? We bounced once, twice, 3 times, and we were approaching it again, right? This was the 4th time we were testing this level, right? This diagonal level, right? And then if we zoom in a little bit, right? We have this pattern right here. Right, so we have multiple rejections across this top trend line, and then we have this little double bottom here, right? Kind of a little bit of a higher low here. Right, we have the initial low set in place at 393.3, right? And then we created that second low at 393.5, right? We moved up, pulled back, right? And then a huge amount of buyers stepped in, right before the speech. Right before Powell came on to speak, and he obviously said some good comments, and right, this pattern broke out to the upside, just like the pattern was telling us, right? Exactly, Chris, right? Powell speech or not, the setup was too clean, and this happens most of the time, right? The chart will typically have a great pattern before news drops. Happens all the time. We always see it. There will always be a flag or a wedge or something before news drops, right? Price tends to tighten before a big move happens, right? Anytime a big move occurs, there's typically a period of consolidation, right? Just like this as well, right? This little higher low, lower high. Right, once it breaks out, we see that huge move to the upside, right to that previous resistance. Always, always, always happens. Right, pretty much every single time, right? We get the move up, we get the sideways little flag here, and then we get the continuation. Right, we have the move up, we have the falling wedge here, and then we have that huge move to the upside. Right, so you need to look for the tightening price action. So now that we had this large move to the upside, what's next? Right, we got to continue to play the levels. Right, so if we take a look at the daily right now on SPY, right, we did have a gap fill. Right, this previous resistance from September 13th, right, acted as a double top on the 23rd and the 25th. Right, this little double top here was this previous resistance at 403.1, and then we had a gap to be filled right to 408.46. Right, we closed right below it, but here in pre-market we're sitting above. Right, so the next resistance above is this next candle here, right, 411.73. I'm going to set an alert right below it. Right, if that level gets taken out, watch for a move to the next resistance above, which would be right around this region. Okay, somewhere in this zone, right between that level and this little level here. Right, previous support. Right, previous support acted as a resistance, and so on. Isn't that a rising wedge on the daily from 10.4? No, this wouldn't be a rising wedge. Right, a rising wedge would be, let's see if I can find a quick example. This is, so what we had the other day actually is a rising wedge, and it broke down perfectly. Right, so like this pattern, it's a little forced, but this will get the hint across. Right, this is a rising wedge. Right, the highs start to flatten. Right, we have multiple bounces off this bottom trend line here. Right, we break down, we have a little retest, and then we break down further, and then we see that continuation to the downside. The dollar amounts, so 411.73 is that level above, and then 416.61, and then 417.39. I always post my charts in the trading floor in the Discord, so if you ever have any questions or you want to see like a larger image of the chart, you can also just tag me in the Discord and I'll always send my chart. Right, you can send it in the questions TA channel right here. All right, so questions TA channel, tag me in there if you ever have a question or anything, and I'll be happy to answer. Right, also look at VIX from yesterday. Right, we created multiple highs or multiple rejections at the high. Right, this level here in the beginning of the day, right, rejected multiple times across the board, and then once this double bottom broke, right, we had a huge gap to be filled. All right, so there's another sign that the move yesterday was going to occur. What's up, Ricardo? How are you? If everyone could please drop a like on the video, I would really appreciate it. We're only at 19 likes and we have a ton of people here. Okay. Let's see what else we got. What is everyone looking at today? So typically after these moves happen, what's up, Simon? How are you? Appreciate everyone stopping by. Yesterday was insane. So another thing I wanted to mention, right? So yesterday was an insane day, right? Most people, or a lot of people, saw some crazy gains, right? Don't let that affect your trading today, right? This used to happen to me all the time when I was a newer trader, right? I would have a huge day, and then the next day I would feel unstoppable, right? Or I'd be like, oh, I have extra money to trade with today, I'm gonna size bigger, or I'm gonna try and double my account today again, right? Don't let that affect your trading, right? Stick to your rules, stick to your plan, and focus on just making that one quality trade or two quality trades, whatever it may be. All right, don't get out of hand, right? Because typically after you have a big trading day or a big trading week, right, you will have a bad trading day or a bad trading week, right? If it comes quick, it's gonna go quick, right? You wanna preserve that money that you made, right, and just focus on the setups. Okay, so don't let it get to your head if you made a lot of money, right? Just move forward and continue trading the chart. All right, so I saw snow a few times. Take a look at snow. It does look good, actually. I haven't looked at this in a long time. So, right, so notice how as soon as I pulled this chart up, I said it looks good. That's how you should be able to see the charts, right? You want to see right away the setup that you have, right? So the first thing I saw was this, right? Huge falling wedge breakout yesterday, right? If this sees continuation today, which most likely it will, right, next level above is going to be this 148.13 level, right? And then if this level breaks, we do have a gap to be filled above, right? Over 151.79, we have this tiny gap But once this breaks, right, we should see that push up to the high here. Right, we should see a move to around 162.37. Definitely adding this to the watch list. Thank you for mentioning this. Move this to the top here. We'll keep an eye. All right, now let's take a look at the larger setup here. All right, so there's been multiple rejections across the board around this resistance here. Right. Another thing, right? So we have this low here. Right, and then we have a higher low here. Right, so higher lows are always a good indication of a move up. Right, I definitely like this setup. Let's take a look at the smaller time frame. Yeah, looks pretty good. Good looking chart. Tesla you're looking at. Yeah, so Tesla overall the setup looks great, right? If we take a look at the higher time frame here, right? We broke this downtrend that we had here, right? We rejected it multiple times. Right, so from the high, rejected it once, twice, 3 times, and we finally broke out. Right, on the 23rd, the 25th, yesterday. Right, we broke out, we pulled back, we retested, and then we saw the continuation. All right, so next level I'm watching is 200.82, right, which is this previous resistance from November 15th. If this level can break, we should see that next move up, right? We should see a huge move to the upside to around this level right here. Okay. Nvidia. Right, we had that flag break, and now we're sitting right at the resistance of one. Let me change the color of this so I could tell. Of 169.98. Right, definitely going to keep this on my watch list. Nvidia for today. What's today? Thursday? All right. All right, so if this breaks, we could see a move, a 10-point move. All right, so keep an eye on Nvidia today. If this breaks, we should see a push up to 179.47. Okay. That we got Tesla, Snow, Netflix. Netflix, we had that gap fill complete yesterday. Right, so if anything, this is more of a rising wedge. All right, let's take a look at this pattern. All right, we have this, and we have this. All right, so this is more of a rising wedge look. All right, keep an eye for 312.71, which is the high from the 15th. Okay. All right, if this breaks, then we should see continuation, but if it rejects, right, watch for a lower high and then a move back to this bottom trend line here. Again, if everyone could please drop a like on the video if you have not done so already, I would really appreciate it. If the high breaks here of 312.71, right, next level above is 330, right? This previous level from before we had that earnings where we gapped down a ton. Yeah, we had this this flag right into the bottom trend line here. Amazon. So Amazon, higher low, put in place, broke this previous resistance. Not my favorite setup today. Right, the risk to, it's just like iffy. Let's go to BA. BA just would watch, right, the high 179.32 and then 179.98. Again, don't really like the risk to reward there. Right, you want to look for flags and wedges, right? Just like Snow, Nvidia, right? Tesla, right? The pattern we had here on SPY was great. This is what you want to look for, right? AMD, nice consolidation phase. Keep an eye on AMD. Move that up to the top here. Let's see what else we got. OKTA. I know someone wanted me to look at that. So huge gap up here on earnings, right? Up 16%. I typically don't like to play tickers after earnings, right? Implied volatility is definitely high. But look at the chart, right? There's always an indication of what's going to happen based on the chart, right? We have lower highs, higher lows, right? We started to break out right here before earnings, and we're gapping up now. Okay. All right, resistance above would be 63.32. Support below would be 60.72. Take a look at Roblox. Okay. Roblox. That's a nice period of consolidation there. All right, looks a little bit forced. I don't like this top trend line. If anything, I like this better. Let's go to a smaller time frame. All right, so we broke out. All right, resistance is right here at 32.19. All right, we're opening above as of now. All right, so if this holds and breaks, right, we should see a push up to 33.45. Okay. Take a look at Apple. All right, so Apple had a perfect break to the downside. All right, look at this flag here. All right, so we had a perfect bull flag, but it broke to the downside, right, on that Apple news that we got. Right, so another indication that, right, patterns are not always going to work out. Yes, it's a high probability or a higher probability of something working out, but news obviously has a very important factor when you know, when coming to charts. Okay. If everyone could please drop a like on the video, I would appreciate it. Let's see what else we got. Just mute my mic quickly. I hear a ton of noise outside my window. PayPal is pretty good, actually. All right, I like this flag, how it's still within the wedge. All right, let's keep an eye on PayPal today. All right, it's still within this wedge. Definitely could break out and see a push up to around 83 plus. Baba, crazy move. Seed last play went up over 1,000%. That was crazy. CRM down 7.5% here on earnings. Right, it's below this previous support. Right, so most likely it's either gonna push down to the next support below 143, or needs to break above this 151 level. If anyone has any falling wedges that I have not looked at, please let me know. I love trading falling wedges. I'm sure you all know. Too extended for me. Not really a fan of this chart here. So let's take a look at VIX before market opens. Right, VIX is approaching the low. We had a double bottom yesterday. Right, it's sitting right at the low. So if 20.32 breaks, we should see continuation on SPY. Okay, which SPY is opening up 0.3% as of now. Right, again, watch 411.73 and watch 408.46. Right, this is the gap fill that we had, and then this is the previous resistance from above from September 12th. Okay. Right, so those are the levels to look out for. Keep an eye on VIX. Right, if this breaks through, SPY calls will work. Right, if we bounce here and we move to the upside again, right, and we break above this 21.11 level on VIX, SPX puts can totally work. All right. Remember, if the market does this, then you do this. If the market does that, then you do that. Right? Don't try and predict. Just play the levels. Right? Stick to your rules. Stick to your plan. Have an entry, a stop loss, and a price target before you enter. Right? Don't let things get out of hand, especially after a huge trading day like yesterday. Okay. So with that being said, let's start to switch over to the Discord. If you have not liked the video before you head out, please do. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you guys. Right, make sure you scroll down to the bottom where we will all be on voice. I'll see you there.